Oh hi, in this video we're going to look at how to use observable objects and published in SwiftUI. We're then going to use them to program a simple list app that lets you add items. Observable objects and published allow your content view to access properties that are in a class. This can really assist when you're building more complex programs. The theory is similar to my previous video on binding, in that they do much of the work in letting different parts of your program read and write to the same data stored in the computer memory. Again, to help visualize the computer memory, you can think of it much like a large spreadsheet with different data stored in different areas. In this example, you can see the code highlighted in green is allowing the data in a class to be read and written by your SwiftUI content view. So let's get started with a programming example. Okay, so we started with a new SwiftUI project. First thing we're going to do is create a class for our project. So I'm going to call that wishlist as observable objects. Now you may need to make sure that you choose observable objects and not observed objects. Okay, then brackets and then at published variable my list, and here we're just going to create an array of our items for our list. So I'm just going to choose, let's choose an iPhone, let's choose an iPad, and let's just we'll choose a MacBook. Next thing we need to do is we need to just go into between struct and the variable, and we need to create an observed object. This is an observed object, not an observable object. And we'll create var items equals wishlist. Okay, so what we've done is we've linked our content view variable named items to the class wishlist, so we can read and write to its published variables. We're also in our app going to create a text field so we can add items, and we're going to create a list so we can display those items. So we need a variable for the text field, so let's create at state var, we'll call this new list item, and we'll create that as a string. Okay, so that's all our variables set up now. So what I need to do is actually create the user interface. So as I said before, we need a text field and we need a list view. So let's just take out the text and the padding. We'll create a H stack so we can show both our list text field and list view. And in there we'll just put text field, create a bracket, and we're just going to put a placeholder in there which is enter item, comma, text, $. You should see that it'll bring up a binding value we can choose, which is new list item. And just before the final bracket we need to put another comma in there, and we're just going to type on commit, and then we're going to create brackets there. Now what on commit does is when we press the return key on our iPhone keypad, it will create an action that we can then use to tell the program to add whatever is in our text field to our list. So in there we're just going to put if new list item is not equal to speech marks, then items, and we press type dot, you'll see that it brings up the class variable my list dot append on list item, new list item. So what this will do, this will add the new item that we've typed into our text field onto our list. I think what we'll just do there as well is we'll just type new list item equals blank. So after we've added the new item to our list, we want the text field to go blank. Okay, let's just create a large font for our text field. So dot large title, dot padding, and finally we're going to just create our list. So list, open brackets, and then we're going to type for each, open brackets again, items, and we type dot. You'll see that the variable from the class wish list comes up, so we'll tick that, then comma, ID, then we're going to put backslash in there, dot self, and we're just going to create some brackets, and we're going to put string in, and then finally we're just going to put text string. Okay, so let's just run that and see what we've got. Okay, we've got quite a simple list app. If you click on the enter item, you see the keyboard comes up and you can type in another item. So let's say, for example, we want an Apple Watch on our list. So I'll put Apple Watch space, and we'll just hit the return key. And there you go, it's added that item to our list, and it's also created an empty text field so we can enter another item. So I hope that's been of use to you, and thank you very much for watching.